Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back for a new vlog. I'm Inori, I'm a psychology student and I'm in my room. And it's really weird to shoot a vlog in my room actually, because we actually never do that. But anyways, today I'm gonna talk to you about a trip that I did recently to Berlin. So let's say the whole theme of the vlog is traveling as a student because we don't have that many fundings, you know, the money is lacking a little bit. So yeah, how do you travel to, well, such a big city as Berlin, for example, for not too expensive and still to have a good time? Let's check that out. So recently I did a trip to Berlin with a group of friends and we went there on Friday and we left again on a Monday evening. So we stayed there for pretty much 4 days. So in Berlin, how did we get to Berlin? Very important question you might ask. No, so we got to Berlin by Flixbus because Flixbus is actually a very good and very cheap option, especially compared to the train. And yeah, no, oh gosh, we saved a lot of money on traveling for sure. We took a bus overnight actually, so it was a night ride, and to be honest, it's not the worst. It's quite okay. If you manage to sleep a little bit, it's quite okay because the traveling goes by pretty fast, and well, you travel by night so you don't lose a whole day over traveling, so that's also pretty good. So I would recommend that, especially if you have a long distance like Berlin took. Well, on the way there it took 10 hours, on the way back about 8 hours because it was a different time, so less traffic and so on. So it really depends also on when you're traveling, but overnight I think is a really good option if you have a very long come on, French is popping out now. Very long ride, yeah. Stayed over at a hostel that was, I cannot even tell you where it was in Berlin, but it was not like in the city center, you know, like not in a really central part. It was more on the edge, but still really easily accessible. There was a metro station just next to us. Well, we could also hear the metros because of that, but really it was actually a really good option. It was really cheap. I think it was about 10 euros per night, something like that. So really like saved a lot of money on traveling and on like accommodations, excuse me. Yeah, and that allowed us to also enjoy our trip a little more, I think, with more spendings on other things than just, you know, those parts. The hostel itself it's really basic. It was a big one though, so that was quite surprising, but yeah, you just have your beds, you have common showers, common toilets. Things were clean. It was just very basic, but it was enough because we were not spending our days at the hostel anyways. It was just to sleep over somewhere, so yeah, that was a good option. But obviously you also know Airbnb. That is also a very good option if you want to travel, so I would also recommend that. Berlin, what did we do? What did we do in Berlin? So on a Friday we just chilled, to be honest, because we had to wait to like about 4 hours or so until we could check into our hostel, and we all had our big ass luggage, so we could not really get around, so we just ended up staying outside and chilling in the sun, getting some food and so on, and just, you know, resting a little bit because still traveling by night is not like the most resting thing. So yeah, we also got a lot of coffee. Yeah, and then later that day we just went around in the city a little bit. We met up with some friends because some people knew each other, knew some people, as in some friends knew some friends in Berlin, had friends in Berlin. So we met up with some and we went to a bar in the evening, which looked amazing. I'm so sorry I couldn't get like proper shots because it was very crowded and very dark as well, so it was kind of hard to show, but there were lights. It was on top of a parking lot, which was mind-blowing already for me, and you had the whole skyline over Berlin, and yeah, and then there were lights and it was really cozy and really nice vibes there. So I would also suggest you to go there if you ever go to Berlin. It was a little hard to find, but yeah, it was really amazing. Really great first night. Yeah, then the next day we just went around in the city quite a bit. We just stayed at a river and did some shopping. I got some food, and in the end we went clubbing, and yeah, it was also a really great day. But otherwise, if I would have to summarize Berlin, it was great food, shopping, sun, sun in parks, and party. I would say Berlin is a very nice destination for one more thing. It is very cheap there because it's in Germany. And even though it's a big ass city, obviously, you can go out for food for like 10 euros max, including the drinks. Like, obviously there are very expensive places too. Unfortunately, I got a breakfast that was 14 euros and that was really not worth the price. But anyways, you also have a lot of places with really good Asian food. I have to say I'm very surprised about that. That was, yeah, like you had like full plates, delicious food with duck, for example, which is generally more expensive, for 8.50. That is so mind-blowing. So honestly, you just do a weekend trip, you barely pay for the buses, like you go for a cheap option. For accommodations as well, you go for the cheap options. Eating out in the end for 4 days is like maybe, okay, 50 euros or so, but you're eating out every day. Don't count the shopping part, because obviously that's way more on the expenses part, but Berlin is such a good destination because you don't pay that much in the end and you still have a great time. You don't necessarily have to inhibit yourself so much. I would say if I would compare it to Paris, well, for eating out, Paris is way more expensive. It's at least twice the price. So yeah. So yeah, as a student trip, I think it was a very good destination in the end. Yeah, ladies and gentlemen, this is the end of this vlog. I hope that you got a little bit of an idea of how Berlin is in the first place and how it is to, well, travel as a student when you don't want to spend too much money on the traveling and accommodations and so on, but still to have a great time. Yeah, so I hope you enjoyed this vlog. If you have any comments, don't hesitate to put them down below. Put a thumbs up if you like this video, super cliche, and subscribe to the YouTube channel of the university. Promotion fun. But anyways, and I will see you in another vlog. Bye! Love it! La vie, let's see. Hey. Oh, I hope it's recording. I'm gonna check if it's recording.